Inside this drone is the brand new Walksnail Avatar GT2, and in this video we're going to answer the question, how well does it perform? We'll show you some flight footage, and we are going to do a head-to-head test directly with my DJI drone in the background right there. Radio out here in the field, I've got the GT2 in my frame. We're going to show you some different bits of flight footage. You'll see what it's like, but most importantly, when it comes to the head-to-head, we're going to fly it behind me, and we have the perfect place to test it. This could be like an everyday park. There is a lot of trees and things around, and it goes on for quite a while. So the way we're going to do this, we're going to fly it until it is sort of unflyable anymore, where I feel like I'm going to lose my drone. And then we're going to compare that directly to my DJI drone that we've got there. We'll try to fly some similar paths so you can see a direct head-to-head comparison and what it's like. So let's do it now. We'll fly the GT2 first. Now look, here's some onboard recording, and we're going to compare the DVR in just a second as well when you see the head-to-head, and that's when the differences are really going to be apparent. But through some of the features that we've got right here, we can do frequency hopping, which means on the GT2, if you've got a noisy environment for your video signal, it's going to jump to a cleaner signal. It can go all the way up to 2 watts, and it also has a lower power consumption. Now they say up to 30%, but I've seen Chris Ross's video and he wasn't getting that much of a power reduction. It's still better than the GT1, but not quite up to 30% in his test. Now it does have a new sensor in here. It's meant to be better for low light. It can bind up to any gimbal seamlessly, so it is an improvement over the GT1. But the important part is, how does that actually translate to your everyday real flying for a real pilot? Oh, full disclosure as well, Caddex, they haven't seen this video. They did send me that product for free, but they did sweeten the deal by this fancy hat that I've got here that came with it as well. So anyway, just to let you know, I did also get this free hat. So take that into consideration when watching these results. Okay, now this is the onboard footage. This is what you're going to see when you're actually looking in the goggles. This is recording, so when you get any distortion, any skip frames, this is exactly what we're going to see, and we are going to see that in just a little bit. And I cranked all the settings up to max when we're flying this thing around, both the DJI, which you'll see, and also here on the GT2. Now flying through this part, I am getting a little bit of like distortion with the grass. They're sort of muddying together, and that's something that I've forgotten that Caddex does, because traditionally this year I've been flying a lot of DJI, and then there's some important marks that are coming up. So I don't have the OSD on the screen. You can't record it natively. I tried to run it through some tools, but I wasn't successful in doing that. However, I can tell you right now, I am starting to get a little bit laggy, and notice that tree on the right there is almost on the road. It just went out of shot. That's really important that we note that as well. So I'm going to call that like the road tree. And then here, I skipped the frames all the way to there, and I was like, yep, that's probably time to turn around. The video is starting to drop. And when you turned around as well, that's when the signal actually gets even worse, because then your antennas are behind the craft, and then coming back towards, it took a little bit, the greens were still getting muddied altogether. It was a bit of a smeary image. And then have a look at this when we look at DJI, and then we'll show you the head-to-head as well. Just to note, it does feel a little bit warm on the VTX, but that fan is definitely working. So, and it wasn't going flat out as well. This was much more like getting a feeling. I did notice a little bit of latency up there towards the end, but let's do it now with some DJI and we'll see what that's like. And this was like night and day. As soon as I put this in, I was like, oh, that's right. There really is a clarity difference between the two. Like DJI has an amazing camera, and this is the O4 Pro that we're up against as well. And look, we're not doing some insane speeds, but I think the visual clarity, at least when we're this close, it is better on this system. I give this a 10 out of 10. Where the other one, I'd probably give it about an 8 out of 10 in visual clarity on the GT2 using the Walksnail system. Now we do have the OSD here. It's going to be really important. We look at some of the results here, and it shows you just how much data that we're getting back. But flying through these trees, straight away, I felt like I could see more. The greens weren't muddying together, and it was just a lot clearer when I was flying through. But the really important part is going to come up in just a second when you see how far we can go with this. And I am going to run a side-by-side towards like the end of this video, where you'll be able to see these two playing. And it's hard to fly the exact same path twice. And look, this isn't a perfect scientific result, but you are definitely going to be able to draw some conclusions. So in a moment, just coming up, I think you can see on the right in about 3, 2, 1, that is the tree where we sort of turned around. And we turned around right here, and then I was like, oh wait, I can keep going. I still have a lot of confidence here flying around with my DJI gear. Now it was starting to get a little bit sketchy just here, but I did want to fly the craft until I was like, felt like I was about to lose it. I didn't notice the puddles that were on the ground right there, so I'm very glad that I turned around when I did, but we probably pushed it a little bit more, and we're starting to go behind some earth here as well. So we do lose our signal quite rapidly. We got down to 8 mbs right there, but then coming back again, the image cleans up a lot quicker. And this is probably a big difference. Like we turned around here, for the Walksnail system. So DJI versus Walksnail. In this situation with the GT2, even when they're both cranking out a ton of power, I had so much more confidence with this. Now, it could be different if you're doing some really ultra long range, because the Walksnail system does beat DJI an incredible long range, but this was just for the everyday pilot. And look what it's like. I think it's really noticeable when I show you the head-to-head of both of them playing at the same time. Now, here we are. This is what's really apparent in the head-to-head. We've got DJI on the right. We've got the GT2, the Walksnail GT2 on the left. The colors straight away, I think they look better, and the blacks look better on the DJI system. And on the Walksnail system, some of those like finer details really are starting to muddy and blend together. Now, in a moment, what's going to happen is the Walksnail system is going to cut out. So that's sort of where I'm going to stop that part of the video. That's when we started to drop some frames and it really started to break up. And you'll be able to see just how much further the DJI system was able to go in this little test. So in a moment, this is where the Walksnail is breaking up, and I have paused that part of the video here, so it didn't just hang there that long. This is when I turned around and I started to come back. But if we look on the right, we can see DJI was actually able to go a lot further. So I'm going to speed it up here just a little bit. All right, so if zooming along, I think I got this on about 6 times speed. Then we decide to turn around and fly back. And then this is about when the Walksnail system or the GT2 system, this is about the range of that, so that we can fly back and compare them as well. So look, overall for my style flying, I still got to stick with the DJI, but there's still nothing wrong with the GT2. And if you're in that ecosystem, like, it is a good VTX. I would be using this in a lot of craft if I wasn't on the DJI ecosystem. Alrighty, so let's talk about the pros and the cons. And straight off the bat, I think the difference here, it was night and day. When I jumped over and I flew that DJI, I'm sorry to say, for my style of flying, which is just through trees, parks, maybe some buildings, I want to get that little bit extra penetration. DJI, these close ranges, is absolutely smashing it. You may get different results when you're going all the way up to 2 watt and you are flying out in the middle of nowhere and you're trying to do some long range. That might be where the GT V2 makes up for it. As far as the actual VTX goes, I do prefer this design. I think they've done a lot here. It's just more refined. I like the antennas on the back. I like how they're longer with the little mmcx connectors right there. It just feels like a better, more updated unit, but it's not going to be replacing DJI for me. But the good news for you is, remember, it's not about having the best gear, it's about having the best time. This unit being out does not make any of the other Caddex products any worse. I would be, if I was a Walksnail user, very happy that I at least have this option, but it's not going to convert me over to it from DJI, which might have been what some people were hoping for. But look, I'd love to know what you think with those side-by-side comparisons. There's still a lot of pros to it. Shout out to Caddex for working on both systems, their Ascent, and still looking after their Walksnail line as well. But yeah, for me, I'm still going to fly around DJI, but I definitely think there's a lot of people out there who are going to enjoy this. It is a bit chunky though, so you're not going to be mounting it in any micros or anything like that. This is probably for those ultra long range people, but I can't really test that properly. Anyway, all right, let me know what you think. Happy flying.